Well, for the first time ever, I finally made it out to a motocross track and learned a lot, just like everyone said I would. It turns out woods racer skills don't exactly translate over to the track. I've got a FC450. It makes 60 horsepower. It should have way more than enough power, but I'm so used to lugging it around in a high gear to keep it from spinning that, man, letting the thing rev was just not natural to me at all. And I've always been afraid of really any kind of airtime. So this was crazy for me, watching other people hit some of these jumps, hitting some of these big doubles. Man, I mean, in the woods, if you crash, you fall down, maybe you hit a tree at 10 miles an hour or something. You fall from 30 feet out of the sky. I'm having a hard time getting over it. I know the bike can do it. I know it's got the power, but man, I just have a hard time twisting it far enough to get me the air and the distance that I really need to get off this stuff. So that was, it was a great learning experience. Didn't crash or anything, but man, did I case some jumps hard. You just saw there. The bike did really well. This is a 2016 bike, so it's got the 4CS, the 4-chamber forks on it, not the air forks. They've been worked over by FC suspension for woods racing, but they actually worked out really, really well on the motocross track from my completely uneducated perspective. So, good learning experience. I need to get rid of the throttle stop that's built into my wrist. One of the big takeaways for me was the bike will save a lot. Like, you can really screw something up, and the suspension will just soak it up as long as you're not hanging on too tight. I don't know how that'll translate to the woods. I don't know if I'll learn from it or not. But I cased a couple of these jumps consistently because I could not get past the mental block in my head. I mean, this guy's got the yellow flag out, probably because he thought I was going to blow myself off the bike when I cased that. But, it rode it out fine. I never, hurt myself casing any of those, and I did that one about as bad as you possibly can, hitting the top of the face. Granted, not a huge jump, but still good to know that I can push a little bit harder and the limits are way higher than I think they are. Really great practice for consistently hitting. I mean, you're doing laps around the track. In the woods, there's no consistency. You're on a much longer course. The course changes a lot lap to lap. This, I could really practice a technique over and over again, for example, these ruts that I struggle with, and it was great to be able to try something different every lap. So, overall, glad I didn't die. Lots to learn, as always. Great learning experience. I don't think MX is going to become my thing, but cross-training never hurts.